Yeah, this is kind of a funny story, I guess. Funny. I don't know, funny story word, but maybe it's a funny story. I think I've talked on this channel before about Hasan Piker. I mean, let's be clear. Hasan Piker is one of the worst scumbags in the United States. I mean, this is a man who is a big advocate of socialism. He is an inspiration to Mamdani. He's about the most nihilistic person I've seen speak anywhere. He is advocating for the killing of capitalists in the streets. He has called for bloodshed towards, CEOs and capitalists and financiers. He is a hater of Israel, a man who has celebrated October 7th, refused to condemn what happened on October 7th, said he didn't really care if rape and murder happened on that day. He is one of the worst anti-Israeli voices out there in the world that celebrates Islamic terrorism and believes in treating anybody who is pro-Israel as if they were neo-Nazi. He has literally said it doesn't matter if rapes happen on October 7th. It doesn't change the dynamic for me, he said. Israel's committing genocide, famine, the whole story. He is the worst of the worst, the worst of the worst. And he has a massive following. He's like on Twitch or whatever, a massive following. I mean, this guy has huge amounts of people who follow him. He has been, I think, really instrumental in rallying young people around the Palestinian cause. He has interviewed people from what do you call it, the Houthis in Yemen, he's played Houthi propaganda. I mean, this is about as vicious and ugly, a disgusting as human being as you can find. And he's been doing this for years, I guess, getting almost no criticism. Nobody cares, right? In a country, he's got a massive following, massive following. But last week, it turned out that while he live streams, there's a dog in the background. And it turns out that this dog is kept under control in the background, not to interfere with Hasan's live streaming, with an electric collar. Hasan zaps him every time he gets up or he gets too rowdy or he gets to the point where he might interfere. And this was discovered by viewers of Hasan Piker's show. And they flipped out. This guy's cruel to animals. This guy should be reported. He should be deplatformed. People shouldn't listen to him. He's a monster. Not for not caring about rape, not for calling for the murder of people in the streets, not for supporting a terrorist organization, not for his anti-Semitic views. No, none of that. Because he zaps his dog. Now, I mean, it's horrible what he does to his dog, but in the big scheme of things, it really is the least of his sins. This guy is a monster that deserves that nobody watch him ever. Not because he zaps his dogs, because his ideas are evil. And he, for advocating those ideas, for holding those ideas, for being a spokesman to these ideas, is evil. Hasan Piker is an evil human being. And the fact that he treats animals poorly or badly is just par for the course. That is not shouldn't surprise anybody, given his opinions of human beings and what he would like to inflict on them. I don't know that the dog thing is going to become a big deal, but I hope it does. But isn't it interesting that this is what people care about? This is what gets them excited. I mean, the world is a really shitty place. I mean, people are really horrible. The very existence of Hasan Pikers in the world, who have huge influence, huge followings, is one of the most depressing features of the modern world. By the way, as he was zapping the dog, he was yelling into his microphone how much he hates America. He could leave. I think he's got a Turkish passport. He could go to Turkey. He could go spew his disgusting hate and vitriol and evil somewhere else. That would be good.